Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Both teams are on the field, and we're just about ready to open things up. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. And he makes it out to about the 17-yard line. Well, from that first time they walked on campus as a recruit to their freshman season, and now here they are as seniors taking the field for the final time. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. And down he goes at the 16-yard line. The Seminoles have a player that's up for national awards. It's all speculation right now. You can talk about awards after you win them. He's got to worry about playing this football game. Second down and 11 yards to the sticks. Ball on their own 16. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And he's tackled at the 26.
I think it was a great play call, and it was very well executed. Any coach would be happy with that kind of outcome on a first or second down play.
He makes it to the 28-yard line.
Both teams played that one really well, but in the end, the drive remains alive for the offense.
First and 10.
Weasel.
Ball on the 28.
98 Weasel. 98 Weasel.
Here they come. Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Throws to the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback makes a throw like this, The best thing a wide receiver can do is come over to the quarterback and pat him on the back and tell him to shake it off and let's make the next play a better play. The worst thing you can do is put your arms up in the air as if you're blaming the quarterback. Come over, tell him it's all right, and you move on.
3rd and 10 coming up. Ball on their own 28. Quick throw, incomplete, wanted his receiver. Hitman was the intended receiver on that pass, and that'll make it 4th down.
The offense really had nowhere to go on that one. The play was very well defended, and now the incompletion will force the 4th down and a punt.
There's a punt. It's a line drive. He's at midfield, and he's tackled at the 50-yard line. So the offense will come out for their first possession.
Good field position for their first possession of the ball game. Let's see if they can capitalize off of it.
Got some open field. Brought down to the 33-yard line. And that was an excellent run there.
Yeah, Brad, but it was also great blocking up front by the offensive line to open up the hole.
From the 33-yard line, it's 1st down.
Let's go!
And he throws it away.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
Check three!
Quick strike to the receiver. And he is drilled at the 25. It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks.
Hey, check 24!
Quick pass. Touchdown. Big play. And he hits the PAT. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
The Nittany Lions came into the game ranked 5th. After that performance, they'll drop like a stone. And for Penn State, they've lost 2 in a row.
He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. And he's taken down at the 22. You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. They come out in an empty backfield. And he's going to be sacked.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
Defense looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation. Throws incomplete.
I love to see a confident quarterback, but you don't want to just go back there and put blind faith into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage before you release the football.
He wants it all. No, incomplete.
Wilson is the intended receiver on the way. That makes it 4th and 9.
The punt upcoming, and they're going to come after this one. Punts away. This one's like a line drive. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time.
Well, it's one thing to have speed. It's another thing to have an idea of what you're doing, how to attack the defense. And right now, these wide receivers clearly have done an outstanding job in being able to make their reads and getting out of their breaks, and the quarterback put the ball right on the money.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 43. North Carolina is up a score. He goes out of bounds around the 41-yard line. Brooks picks up only about 2 yards with that grab.
Slam, slam, slam. Check. Kill.
They'll give it off here. Tackle outside after a nice pickup.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down.
Shift. Ready. Black flag. Hot flag.
Zips it to the tailback, incomplete.
That makes it 4th and 4.
So the officials taking a look at this play to see if the receiver got a foot in bounds.
Regardless of the outcome of this review, I still think that this guy made an excellent catch.
Well, I think he came down with it, but from up in the booth, it's hard to tell.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the call on the field will be reversed. North Carolina can make this a 2-possession game with this field goal. The kick is away. It's long enough, and he got it. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20. Across the 30. Looking for the corner. And they finally tackle him at the 48-yard line. Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the find out.
Receiving team.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
It's not quite a blowout, but unless they do something here, it might turn into one. And he makes it out to about the 14-yard line. Ward gains around 3 yards on the run. From their own 14-yard line. 2nd down. And they make the stop at about the 15-yard line. Pass complete and taken down immediately. It'll be short of the first after the completion.
Well, good effort by the defense to make sure they got him before he got to the marker.
Out of bounds at the
The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive. Run right side. And he's taken down at the 49-yard line. And he has a huge run.
I'll tell you right now, this guy is arguably one of the fastest players in college football today. There you see him turn it upfield with such fluidity and quickness.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Play fake, looking to run. 3 yards there on the quarterback keeper. And he hits him hard at the 46-yard line.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. That makes it 3rd and 15.
Third down, and they need to get it down to the 39.
Switch.
He's out of bounds at midfield. Nice gain, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's a nice play there. They did everything right except get enough yards for the first down.
Right away, no time.
So at the end of one, North Carolina leads it 10-0. Back to the action now here in the second quarter. Taylor is waiting for the snap. On that one. So he managed to get a few back.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break through.
It was a pretty one first quarter. Changed in a big way before halftime.
See how quickly he closed the ball, broke up that pass for the safety.
Yard line. Down.
They looked awesome on that play. A well-thrown football and a great effort to get the ball into the end zone.
Here's the extra point to get within a field goal. He makes the PAT. A quick two-play, 83-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot, and they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
Florida State ready to kick this one off. Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just one or two plays. North Carolina holds a field goal lead. Caught, open field. He's taken down around the 43-yard line. That was a nice play.
You know, we talk about this every week, adjusting to the blitz. The quarterback and the receiver do an excellent job of recognizing the blitz and adjusting to the play. Good-looking pass.
Now it's 1st and 10 after the big pass play. They'll bring him down around the 46-yard line.
You keep gaining negative yards, and you put yourself in a position of having to make bigger and bigger plays. Puts a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
Quick throw, and down he goes around the 24-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. He scrambled. Tackle made at the 21.
Gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Quick out to his receiver. He's tackled at the 8-yard line.
That's good enough for another North Carolina.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. North Carolina is up a field goal.
Here we go.
And he throws it away. He's going to try and scramble. And they got him. Just an excellent individual effort to make the play there.
I tell you, for being so young, he looks pretty good out there at linebacker.
From the 13-yard line, it's 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. Kill. He's coming. Ready.
On the ground with the tailback. He fights forward to about the 10.
That brings us 4th and goal.
The kick is up, and it's through the uprights.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
EarnIt looks ready to kick this one off. He's to the 20.
Returns the kick. Return 18 yards.
And I think this defense right now needs somebody to try to lift up their spirits. They seem to really be just out there kind of going through the motions. And I think the last time they were out there where they gave up such a long drive has had an impact and an effect negatively on the psyche of this defense.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. Ward comes away with 5 yards on the carry.
Third down.
Time right. Okay. 114. Easy. Big dog.
Caught, and he steps out of bounds.
I thought there was a chance he'd be brought down before getting to the marker. It was a great effort there to get beyond for the first down.
From their own 30-yard line. First down.
Let's go.
Fires out to his wideout. Tackle at the 35-yard line.
That brings him 2nd and 5.
Jack. Navajo.
Up the middle for a nice gain. So he picked up a few on that run.
Yeah, he did a nice job of using his blockers on that run. Really a nice read.
Jack.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Let's go.
Hands off left, and they got him behind the line.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Box two.
Brought down at the 49.
Number 27 makes the tackle at the 49-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. And he's tackled around the 47-yard line.
First down.
This has been a very steady drive so far. It's 1st and 10, and we're right around midfield.
Easy.
And he's hit immediately.
This isn't even the best example, but I'm going to tell you something. This young man is really getting better at running his routes, which is a truly underrated quality these days.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
Jack. 98 Weasel.
Got hit and still completed it. And they make the stop at about the 31.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 31.
Easy. Box two. Here we go.
He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
And this is the 12th play of the drive. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. What a play to set him up with a 1st and goal.
That makes it 1st and goal.
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
Hurry. Jack. Patriot. Run.
And he makes it out to about the 8-yard line. Florida State's going to use their first time out of the half here. And he gets a yard on the run. And this is the 14th play of the drive.
Get down. Ready. Easy.
FSU. They'll try to tack on the extra point that will take the lead. And he converts the extra point. Florida State kicks this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
North Carolina's gotten the play out of their quarterback, and you expected that was going to happen. But, I mean, what is happening here? Somebody else is going to have to come to the forefront, or this thing's going to be over.
If you would have told me before the game that this quarterback would have played like this through the first quarter and a half or so, I would have thought this team would have been leading this game. You're right. Something has got to happen where his teammates, the rest of this group, they've got to raise their game if they want to have any chance of winning this game.
Takes it right. He can't get back to the line.
Loss of one on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 coming up now. Ball on the 24. We played a half of football. The Seminoles in front, 14-13. And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. The ball pops free. The defense scoops it up. Here he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. And he tacks on the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. It was a rough road on their last drive as the fumble led to a touchdown.
I know as a quarterback, it's always hard to watch the defense score a touchdown on you. But it was always a reminder to take extra care of the football.
Great effort by this kid to get in there and make the sack.
That'll make it 2nd and long.
Defense looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check. Let's go! Red 68! Motion. 68!
Quick throw, almost intercepted.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Hey, let's go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? Coming!
He wants it all. The defender had it and then dropped it.
Jones is the intended receiver on the play. 4th down.
Wright is the deep man awaiting the return. He gets out to about the 42-yard line. Here comes the offense as they look to find the end zone yet again. Florida State is up by 8.
superb effort, and really when it matters most. These guys don't want to give up points so easily.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 42-yard line, 2nd down. Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Tackle outside after a nice pickup.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 30-yard line, 1st down.
Watch 14. Watch 14.
Quick toss. They can't connect. Incomplete.
Brad, I don't know about you, but it looked to me that they just miscommunicated. It looked like the wide receiver was going in one direction and the quarterback was throwing it another direction. They definitely need to get on the same page.
And he might want it all here, and does. And he went way up, and he's got the interception. And the quarterback just can't believe it. He really wishes he could have that one back.
Every quarterback has passes that he wishes he could have back. However, hey, a pick is a pick, and no one is going to care how bad he wants that one back.
From their own 20-yard line, it's 1st down. He's under pressure. He's wrapped up for the sack.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
Too little, Cupcake. Mike 15. Mike 15.
And he just gets rid of it. Here's a 3rd and long situation. Ball on the 12. He heaves it deep. Almost picked off.
That makes it 4th and long.
Taylor is waiting for the snap. Oh, excellent punt. Wright takes it at the 43. Tackle at the 42. Nice yardage on the run back. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
He unloads it, catches it. He gets hit out of bounds at the 15.
1st down.
From the 15-yard line, 1st down. Florida State up by 8. And he's taken down at the 12. The back gets 3 on the carry.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Got him in the screenplay. He's taken down at the 10-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
From the 10-yard line, 3rd down. Middle pass, the tight end hauls it in for the score. He makes the PAT. A 4-play, 41-yard drive, and they put up 7 points. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. It's no surprise seeing this guy having another nice game.
Well, Brad, as you know, to be a great linebacker in today's day and age in college football, you got to have versatility. You got to be physical enough to be able to come up and stop the run, but you also have to be an athlete and be able to get back in coverage. That's exactly what we've seen from him today. It's getting to the point now where it's just men against boys. This offensive line can almost try to do anything that they want. The thing I always say is that when you're on recess and you're in 8th grade and there's this one big guy that nobody else can block, and he's just bigger, stronger, and faster, that's what a dominant defensive player can do to an offense. They just can't. There's nothing they can do to stop him.
From their own 25-yard line, it's 2nd down. Pass complete and taken down immediately.
Long game for you. Watch the team. Watch the team. Watch the team.
Let's go!
Brooks on the give. He tackles him for a loss. And the linebacker comes up and makes a big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
Taylor awaits the snap. And down he goes to the 37-yard line. The Seminoles have shown here in the 3rd quarter they're not content to just sit on that lead they built in the first half.
Well, they did a nice job in the first half, but the adjustments that they made at halftime have allowed them to find some matchups to their advantage, and they've taken full advantage of that.
The offense really came up with a nice drive there last time out, and most of those yards came through the air.
This defense needs to improve from front to back. The line needs to put more pressure on the quarterback, and the defensive backs need to stick it to these receivers with tighter coverage.
Fires right side. He's got his tailback.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 41-yard line, it's 2nd down. Hand off to the left and brought down hard.
They looked a little sluggish on that series. I'm curious to see if they pick things up when they get the ball back.
These special teams have done it before, blocking punts. It looks like they're coming after this one. There's a punt. It's a line drive. Signals for a fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 19-yard line.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He's knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line. Into the tailback, and he's met in the backfield. A loss on that one as he couldn't get past those big linemen.
You got that right. They sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed him.
Get that quarterback. Get all coach. Check 27.
Throws to the receiver, and he's got it again. Tackle made at the 47-yard line.
You can chalk that one up to the hundreds of passes the quarterback has thrown to this receiver in practice. These guys know and trust each other, and you can see it in the way he threw that pass.
So let's see how the defense responds now. It's first down and 10. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. Tackle at the 43.
That's good work, 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And this is still anyone's ball game as we head into the final quarter of play. 28-13, FSU. Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4.
Kill. Ready. Easy. Rolling.
Fires it up. He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
And so it's another third down upcoming here.
Check 52.
And he almost has the INT.
Smart, heady play by that defender. That was solid fundamental pass defense.
Kill.
Quick throw.
That was a clutch play on 4th down, but they are still down a couple of scores, and it's going to take some work for this team to get back into this game.
From the 10-yard line. First down. He's scrambling. They bring him down.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush because sacks can be real drive killers.
2nd and 14.
This is the 9th play of this drive.
Check 52.
He goes out of bounds around the 10-yard line.
85 yards. That brings us 3rd and 10.
Tenth play of the drive.
Hey, check by 46. Check by 46. Check. Right.
Quick out to his receiver. And down he goes around the 7-yard line.
That brings us 4th and 7.
And again, they're going for it on 4th down.
Check 37. Check 37.
The receiver's brought down before he can get there. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. And they make the stop around the 18-yard line.
That's a gain of 15 on the play. First down.
First and 10. Ball on their own 18.
Let's go. Patriot.
And he's tackled around the 15-yard line.
60 yards on the play. That makes it 2nd and 14.
throws it in a hurry. And he's stopped behind the line. From their own 14-yard line. Third down. Throws out and through his hands. Gets it away. It's low. North Carolina's got a really hard time establishing any kind of rhythm on offense today.
Yeah, we're so used to seeing that from them. They might want to go back and look at this film and try to study to see what they didn't do well, because this is not the type of offense you'd expect to see from these guys.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive.
Check 99! Check 99!
Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 38-yard line. 2nd down. Quick throw, almost intercepted.
What's the intended receiver? 3rd down.
Check. Mike 15. Mike 15. Check back.
And he breaks another. Brought down at the 25-yard line.
That is money in the bank. Sometimes you just can't stop a good combination.
From the 25-yard line. It's 1st down. They'll bring him down around the 17-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
And he's taken down right around the 10-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Ball on the 10. Scrambling around. And they bring him down for a sack on the play.
Well, we talked all week with these coaches, and even when we met with them yesterday out at practice, they told us that there were some big concerns about facing these defensive ends. They thought that they might be able to hold up against him, maybe get the ball out of the pocket a little bit quicker, maybe use running backs and tight ends to help with double teams on the outside. But right now, whatever they thought they might be able to do, they better get back to that drawing board, because these defensive ends are just too quick.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
3rd down again. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Easy. Rally.
Looks to a receiver. Touchdown. So the offense is going to go for 2. Caught it, and the conversion is good. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
Virginia ready to play in Charlottesville. The Cavaliers, they have total belief in their ground attack, and they use it to march down the field and get the first touchdown of the game.
The kicking team has their hands team on the field, but the return team doesn't. Well, this is strange. The kicking team is looking to kick the onside, but the return team's in their normal kick return formation. They'll bring him down at the 41-yard line. Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. He makes his way to about the 32. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9. North Carolina will take their first time out of the half. Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
Patriot! Patriot! Here we go!
Ward gets the ball, and they got to him before he could get back to the line.
Sometimes a play is not going to work for whatever reason. Doesn't mean you throw the play away. You just need to execute better next time.
Just under 2 to go in the game. Makes it to the 24. And a big run on 3rd down.
Anytime you can move the ball like this, you're putting a lot of pressure on that defense.
From the 24-yard line. First down. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings him 2nd and 5.
Jack, get to the ball! Get to the ball! Get to the ball! Ready!
He fights forward to about the 16. It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. Hands off to the right and is brought down in the backfield. Kicks up, and he got it. Florida State is ready to kick it away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. For Florida State, they're really getting after the quarterback tonight. Great job by the defense tonight, getting into the backfield and creating issues for this line. Nothing left here except to see the clock hit 0. A comeback is just not happening. He throws it. He's taken down at the 50-yard line.
This secondary better tighten it up if they're going to slow down this drive.
Spikes the ball. From midfield. 2nd down. This one's over, folks. Just time for one more play to get some stats, so don't be surprised if you see everyone trying to pick this one off. And it falls incomplete. And this one's all but wrapped up with the final score, 31-21, FSU.
The Tar Heels, 21.
That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.